Meanwhile, as soon as next Friday, some Oregon counties could see a big scale back in COVID-19 restrictions. And statewide, most of those restrictions will likely lift in just a month and a half. Let's give you a live look right now at the city of Portland from our Skyline camera. For the first time, Governor Kate Brown outlined clear goals to make all of that happen. 70% of Oregon's 16 and up have to get their first COVID-19 vaccine dose. The Oregon Health Authority also predicts the state will meet that goal the third week of June, which would remove most restrictions before the 4th of July.
Once we cross that statewide goal, yes, that means no more county risk levels and a lifting of most restrictions, including capacity limits for venues and businesses and limits on group sizes.
Okay, before then, a few things need to happen, though. There are some county vaccination goals. If 65% of people in any Oregon county have received at least one dose, the county can submit an equity plan for remaining vaccinations to the Oregon Health Authority. And then they can move into a lower risk level. Those changes will start as soon as next Friday. Two counties already meet that metric right now. Those are Hood River County and Benton County. Others, including Multnomah and Washington counties, are very close. Tonight, Fox 12's Audrey Wheel is diving into where county vaccination rates stand right now. And she's also looking into what the next steps will be and how businesses are already preparing. She joins us now live from downtown Portland. Audrey?
Right, Wayne, Nora, that lower risk level means 50% capacity for indoor dining, recreation, and entertainment. Though when that time comes, places like living room theaters here will still be adhering to social distancing guidelines, which keep those numbers smaller. But another business benefit is that places will be able to stay open until midnight, and that means later showtimes.
More than a year into the pandemic, and Oregonians are finally getting a sense of when restrictions will significantly ease. The next step, getting county vaccination rates to 65% to move into the lower risk level.
So we really just spread our vaccine widely as opposed to having a central single point of vaccination.
Dr. Christopher Van Tilburg is the public health officer for Hood River County, one of just 2 Oregon counties to already meet the threshold, which he attributes to giving people lots of options to get their shots from the outset, a big PR campaign, and making sure to reach all demographics.
We've really tried to be extremely broad in our thinking, and once a week we'd step back and say, are we missing anybody?
He says too soon to say for sure if the county will submit its equity plan to the state this week to move to lower risk next Friday, but that they likely will. Here's a look at where county vaccination rates stand now, with Hood River and Benton counties meeting the mark. Deschutes, Lincoln, Multnomah, and Washington counties are all close. According to state data, Multnomah County just needs about 11,000 more people to get their first dose. In a statement, the county called Governor Brown's announcement a dramatic shift in the state's direction on COVID-19 and said they'll continue to work with hospitals and community organizations on an equitable approach, that they need to look at the data carefully to reach those who haven't been vaccinated yet.
It's going to be interesting to see how quickly Multnomah County can hit that target.
The CEO of Living Room Theaters, Steve Herring, tells us they're now open 7 days a week and selling out weekend showings. He's been keeping an eye on how things compare between their Portland location and their 2 others in Indianapolis and Boca Raton.
The restrictions have had an effect, a psychological effect, and people are much more cautious. So it's going to take a while for us to get everyone to come out of their shell and feel comfortable no matter what the restrictions are.
He says with social distancing guidelines, even as restrictions ease and capacity increases, their theaters will still be limited, but that he looks forward to folks being able to stay later.
So that would be great because it makes it a little easier to get people in. We could have a later show, so that opens us up for a little more flexibility.
And the first announcement for which counties will drop to lower risk will come a week from today. Those equity plans have to be in by Friday, and then those announcements will happen on a weekly basis from there. Reporting live in downtown Portland, Audrey Wheel, Fox 12 Oregon.